Yeah, so my name is Marcus Olufemi Balogun, and I was born in Italy. I'm the managing director of Barbers Nigeria and of Barbers UK Limited. I returned to Nigeria 2022, where we relaunched our company here in Ibadan in our 1,000 square meter factory.
Okay. So, what has been the most surprising lesson you have learned since you started this business, or since you've been a part of the business?
I think one of the things that stood out to me is you have to be optimistically pessimistic. What does that mean? It's a bit of an entanglement of words, but you have to learn, even though you set your sights somewhere, you're gonna have barriers and challenges along the way that you can't really prepare for. Nigeria is a completely different terrain to doing business in the many places that I've traveled to. You have to adjust yourself to the mentality that's home here in Nigeria. So if you set your expectation at 100%, you need to learn to lower that and to work incrementally so you can get to your goal.
Okay, thank you. So, you mentioned that the company is also in the UK, right? So, where exactly was it founded and when?
Yeah, so Barbers UK Limited, which is the sister company, you could call it, to Barbers Nigeria Limited, was founded 2011, and we're currently headquartered in Basingstoke, Hampshire. So that side of the business, we specialize in material handling equipment and automated systems such as AGVs, RGVs. So we tend to work with other manufacturers who have lifting requirements. So we tend to work within the UK, European Union, Schengen states as well.
Okay. So, is that the same thing you do in Ibadan, Nigeria?
No, so here in Nigeria, the main reason why we came here is so we can take manufacturing into our own hands and cutting out the middleman, so to speak. What we do here, we specialize in food processing equipment, we produce heavy lifting equipment, and we provide technical engineering solutions for whatever your needs are. Today, we could have an agro farming customer who comes to us and asks us for dewatering machines or oil extraction process for palm oil or for Gary. Tomorrow, we could be building custom parts that will attach to a mold, a press. So we really try our best to do it all. But if you're looking and you want something, a more in-depth understanding, I have to point you to our website, barbersnigeria.com.
Thank you. So, what's the inspiration behind what you guys do in the company?
Yeah, so for me personally, the inspiration was I'm really passionate about Black-owned products. And for me, you look at a nation like Nigeria of 280 million plus, it's the most populated Black nation on earth. And to me, that as a phrase alone means a lot. How do we cultivate this nation to empower ourselves through manufacturing? The same way China had empowered itself, the same way India is now moving in that direction. There's no reason why Nigeria cannot move in that type of trajectory. So we came here, maybe we're a bit unusual, a bit unorthodox, but we came here with the hope that we can start something very small, and we may not be the change, but I believe we can be there to help to spark the change. I think that's actually a quote from Tupac, but let's run with it. Let's run with it.
All right. So, what do you envision when you think about Nigeria's future in manufacturing?
Yeah, so I think when I think of the future, when I tend to have conversations with young Nigerians like myself, we often imagine a somewhat bleak future based on the current circumstances, dealing with inflation, lack of trust amongst people, relationship with the government. But I think it takes a generation and it takes a village to create a movement. I think it was Thomas Sankara who said, if you do not control your food, then the man who supplies the food to you controls you. And for me, we need to take power back into our hands, and we have to start small. We can have big ambitions, but we need to start small on a local level. We can be making so many things. Nigeria relies heavily on imported products that are not designed for this type of terrain. We always import small items that cannot survive due to the ambient temperature that we have here, but they're just not designed for us. We need to design our own products that are for us and to focus on exports, because the future here is massive. The opportunity is big. So to my diasporans as well, if you have the option to touch back home, whether it's through an auntie, an uncle, a father, a cousin, try to build that bridge to come back. You'll be surprised what you find here. There's a lot of opportunity, and the local people we have here are extremely talented and resilient and will make things work for them even when the system is built to destroy them. So for me, take time, move with love, and we want to see you come back home.
Thank you. So finally, I mean, just in the context of what you've been saying, so what advice would you give to young Nigerians who want to maybe study abroad or maybe even start their own business?
Yeah, so when I think of Nigerians traveling and the impact that we've had overseas, the many industries that those overseas industries, they rely on a lot of our engineers, a lot of our doctors, a lot of our architects, our nurses. So we supply so much to other nations. There's nothing wrong with leaving, or even speaking of Japa. If you Japa, make sure you return. You learn skills. You go and educate yourself overseas. You learn how things are done beyond US, Europe, Asia, wherever you go to. But bring your talents back to Nigeria. Bring what you've learned back here, and we can start to learn. We can start to recultivate ourselves and to build a formidable nation where we can focus on the information we've funneled in to the minds of young people here. And we can, over time, we can start to see a slow but steady transformation into a more prosperous Nigerian future.
Thank you, thank you. So finally, can you say thank you in your local dialects?
So the first thing I would say is, Mo n sọ díẹ̀ díẹ̀ Yoruba. So I would say, Adupe, Eshe, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I promise you one thing, my Yoruba will improve, but you have to promise me that you will come to Nigeria, you will invest. Thank you.